Okay, so we're pretty set up here with an automaton and a reality heist to find more gas for this deck, and oh, come on, Virus Beetle is such a beating in this format. I don't even know what to get rid of. Why do we have to do this? Hello, Daily Drafters. Today is Monday, March the 7th, and thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft. As we get into the draft here, we'd like to start, as we always do, by thanking those of you in the subscriber community for choosing to spend a part of your day here with me. And for those of you that are not subscribed yet, you're absolutely going to want to go ahead and smash that subscribe button if you have not already. It's absolutely free, will not cost you a dime, and then you will have access to the most consistent, high-quality MTG Limited content here on YouTube. We are pretty deep into the format here now and still having a great time. It's middle of March, and we are diving into Pack 1, Pick 1, and taking a look at this pack. We do not see a lot of great commons to speak of. There is Goshentai, Roadside. I mean, this is a horrible pack. Good thing there's Mech Titan Core, right? Haven't got to build around this yet, but it seems pretty easy to trigger this, right? And we can build around this too. You exile this and 4 other artifacts, artifact creatures and or vehicles you control, and you create a 10/10. It's all colors, flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink, haste, all the things, right? We don't even have to build this in like a vehicle shell. It's good enough with just a bunch of artifact creatures, right? Now, on that note, there is a hotshot mechanic here, which goes well with Mech Titan Core. There's also just Gloom Shrieker, Spirited Companion, both good cards here. And there's Azusa's Many Journeys. If we want to maximize this, probably going to want to take Hotshot Mechanic here. I don't think it's as good as Many Journeys, Gloom Shrieker, or even Spirited Companion. But maximizing this card can be insane. And at the end of the day, it's a 1-mana 2/1 in white. That's not so bad. So we're going to go ahead and take Hotshot Mechanic here. And then we see lots of removal. Completion, Arrest. There's also Bronze Plate Boar, Web Spinner Cuff, Ironhoof Boar, Song Shaper. My guess is if we're going to play the Hotshot Mechanic game, we're probably going to be going down white-blue. That's where you're going to get the most access to artifacts and artifact creatures. Thing is, this pack does not have any of those. So do we take the Arrest to stay white? Or do we just take a Boar and maybe we go blue-red? Blue-red has a lot of good ways to do artifacts as well. If we're playing the core, we might want to just do blue-red, because red has a lot of artifact things in the format, and it cares a lot about artifacts and artifact creatures. So maybe we just take the Boar here and go down that path. And of course, now we see 0 red cards in the entire pack. There is Sky Swimmer Koi if we wanted to go blue-red. Again, that can work towards the Mech Titan Core with all the artifact creatures it has. There's also just Web Spinner Cuff. There's also Walking Skyscraper, which could be pretty good. Iron Apprentice, Ninja's Kunai. I think it might just be on the Koi here. As a way to get into blue-red, more artifact things. Mech Titan Core working really, really well in that deck. Might be able to take Walking Skyscraper, but I'm just going to go with the Koi. And then we see Song Shaper. These cards have been pretty underwhelming, to be honest. I mean, I don't care about any of these blue cards. Don't care about the white card. Not really looking to be Thundersteel Colossus. I mean, there is just a red artifact in Song Shaper. I mean, these packs have been a little underwhelming so far. We'll see if we can get a direction here at any point. So there's Completion, there's Ambusher. And I think those are the 2 best cards in this pack. Trespassers is also another artifact creature, so maybe there's an argument to taking that here over Tamiyo's Completion. This does a good enough Tamiyo's Completion impression by using its channel ability, and it's also just a 5-mana 3/5 artifact creature. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Trespassers here. And then we see Familiar and Moonsnare Specialist. I think we're going to have access to as many Familiars if we want, if blue is open. And Moonsnare Specialist is just a good card. It can go in this. It's not an artifact itself, but it can go in blue-red totally fine. Here's Terrarium. This doesn't count as an artifact creature, but what else are we taking here? Intervention? Backwater, maybe? Maybe we could take Backwater instead, because we don't really care about Terrarium. It does enable splashes as well, and is an artifact. And if we're going to go blue-red, then we're probably going to have enough artifact synergies. I guess we'll take the Boar here. These packs have just been very underwhelming. Another Trespassers is a decent pickup. Don't mind seeing that. So I doubt we're going with this Hotshot mechanic here. Would really like to maximize the core because it is insane. So even when that token leaves the battlefield, we get all the things back, but they're all tapped, but we get them back. So it's kind of foolproof. Currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other artifact creatures in the deck, which is good. And 6, we'll take a Song Shaper here, just a random 2-drop. And we have to get the Neon Dynasty bingo card of Summon Mech Titan. You have that on your bingo card? Today's the day to be watching. Iron Apprentice. Web Spinner Cuff is pretty good to see this late, but we're going to go ahead and take the Iron Apprentice as another artifact creature here. Spell Pierce and Reality Heist. Doubt we're playing either of these cards unless we end up super, super heavy artifacts. We might be able to play this. It's just in these artifact decks, the cards that are not artifacts take valuable spots in the deck. So the Koi and the Specialist so far. They have to be very, very good and very much working towards your game plan to be able to play them. And the Koi does. The Specialist is just a generically good card. And the Reality Heist is a reason why all those artifacts need to exist in your deck. Okay. Now we have Covert Technician, Thundering Raiju, Mirror Shell Crab, Containment Construct. So I don't think this deck is looking to be super aggressive. This is looking very much like Friday's deck already, right? Thundering Raiju, a bunch of artifacts. I think I'm actually going to take Containment Construct here and really look out for a Network Terminal. That can be like a backdoor plan if the whole Mech Titan thing doesn't work out. We can get the Construct plus Network Terminal thing going. And maybe we wheel one of these two cards as well. And if we do, we'll be totally fine with that. But I'm going to take the Construct here. Now we see Acquisition Octopus and Moon Circuit Hacker. Also Steel Breaker to a lesser extent. Brute Suit, don't think we want to consider play that. I guess we can play the Octopus here. We don't have a lot of evasion. Maybe on the Koi would be something. Gonna look for several network disruptors as well. But I think we can go ahead and take this Octopus. Alright, so another 2-drop, another Reality Heist, Moon Circuit Hacker, and a Terrarium. I think we'll just go ahead and take the 2-drop here. Now we've got the Arm Guard Familiar. I said we'd have plenty of if we wanted, so we can take this one. White seems to be the color that's open, so we kind of missed that train. Reckoner Raid, Lethal Exploit, Spirited Companion, Arrest, Imperial Oath, Web Spinner Cuff. Feels bad passing all that. Black-white is probably the card for the seat, but when you get a pack one, pick one Mech Titan core, what are you supposed to do? I think it's very clear. It's very clear what you're supposed to do here with Mech Titan core, so we are going to make that work. All I'm asking for is to have it happen one time. We just got to win one game like this. And I don't want it to, flip and then all of a sudden they just kill it at instant speed, which would be awful. But currently have 13 creatures. They don't tell us how many are artifacts, but it's a lot of them. Probably just take another Arm Guard Familiar here. Passing up on a Long Reach of Night, so absolutely black-white is the deck we should be in this seat if you haven't figured it out already. And Enthusiastic Mechanaut, great pickup here. Going to work very well in our artifact deck. There's a Puzzle Maker and a Specialist I wouldn't mind playing. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the Mechanaut. Then we see another Apprentice and a Puzzle Maker. I think we can afford the Puzzle Maker on our curve. I think we'll have access to multiple Apprentices if we want them. So we'll just take the Artifact Creature and Puzzle Maker here. And there's another Sky Swimmer core. There's also a Dragon Spark Reactor. We currently have 16 artifacts and 18 cards. These are the only two non-artifacts. So I think the Reactor actually could be a pretty decent win con for this deck, if everything else doesn't go well. So let's take the Reactor here. Can really reach over for that last several points of damage. And we did wheel the Mirror Shell Crab, which is great to see. Don't care about any of these blue or red, but we will happily take the Mirror Shell Crab. There's a little bit of top end and some early curve filler if we need it in the 3-drop slot to counter something. Hacker. Guess we'll take the artifact here in Steelbreaker, but don't know if we'll play it. It's probably going to be first on the chopping block. We've already got 21 cards. I mean, at this point, Reality Heist might actually be pretty good. So we've already got like basically a full deck after 2 packs. So even though black-white seems to be the colors for this seat, we are getting cards that we can play. And we basically, if we had to run this deck exactly 23 cards back, I don't think it'd be the end of the world. So at this point, it's just about upgrading it. Disruption Protocol. Don't think we're going to play that here. We're not going to have a lot of interaction with this deck, which is unfortunate. But in these style of decks, with a Reactor and a Mech Titan core, all that kind of stuff, you got to be very, very focused on your objective here. Okay, so only red card is Ironhoof Boar. There is a Mobilizer mech, but we're not really even looking to, crew this too much. It's just going to sit there and eventually threaten to kill them. There's an Automated Artificer, which can ramp out a lot of this stuff, which actually could be pretty good in our deck. There's another Koi, but again, non-artifact spells are going to be at a huge premium here. I think we can actually take, or they're going to need to be very, very good. So I think we can take this Koi and hope to wheel this Artificer. And again, we're still looking for that that 3-mana thing that we need to find access to. Forget exactly what it's called at this moment. All right, so all of the black and the only blue card is Planar Incision. The only red card is Unstoppable Ogre, which is an artifact at the very least. But there's also just Uncharted Haven and another Terrarium here. I think we're just going to take the land. These are just replaceable in this particular deck. We have so many artifacts already. I think we're just going to take the land to shore up a little bit of mana fixing. Still have not found the card for Containment Construct. There's Shrine Steward, Brute Suit, Disruption Protocol. March of Reckless Joy is not it. Neither is Renegade, Gift of Wrath, or Shattered States Era. So this pack is a bit of a whiff. You can take Brute Suit. I doubt we'll play it. Do we have any auras in the deck? We don't even have any enchantments. So take the Brute Suit here. And then we see Replication Specialist, Enthusiastic Mechanaut, Kami's Flare, Synthesizer, Kami of Industry. Well, let's just take this back and end the draft, right? We'll be taking Specialist here. This card's so good. I would love another Mechanaut. I would love a Kami's Flare. I don't think I'd play a Synthesizer in this kind of deck, but we were happy to take Replication Specialist here. Still have not seen the Construct card, but there is a Rabbit Battery, which is a great artifact. Really good to be copying with the Specialist, all sorts of things like that. Let's go with Rabbit Battery here. Network Terminal, hello and thank you. That is the card that we were looking for to really wind out this deck. Network Terminal, Containment Construct, gotta love that combo. 29 cards, so we're going to have several cuts here, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Papercraft Decoy, I doubt we're going to need it with the amount of artifact creatures we have already. Terrarium, wow. Patchwork Automaton, yes please. We have 23 artifacts. Get on in there. So we're probably cutting Brute Suit, probably cutting one of these Reality Heists, at least. Do we even want the Specialist? How about the Terrarium? I don't think we're going to need the Terrarium in this deck. We have a ton of 2-drops, so we probably don't need the Papercraft Decoy. Pretty good, pretty good. And then the Artificer came back as well. Don't need the Mobilizer mech. We'll just take the Artificer here. Unstoppable Ogre came back, but I don't think that's going to make the cut here. I don't even think we need Specialist anymore. Kami of Industry is the only one that came back here, so I don't think we need that. So Specialist is a decent card, but I don't think we need it here because it's not an artifact, right? So we've got maybe Steelbreaker could be on the chopping block. Let's take a look. Couple more cards to cut here. Okay, so if we play 17 lands, which is probably correct because of, Specialist, Reactor, Network Terminal, Construct things, probably correct to do that. So we'll probably need 3 more cuts here. We need Terminal, Core, and Reactor. So Reality Heist is on the chopping block. What else is on the chopping block? Probably Steelbreaker. Maybe a couple of these random 2s. Don't know how good Acquisition Octopus is going to be in this deck. It can get on top of the Sky Swimmer Koi, which actually could be pretty good. So maybe that's worth it. I don't think we need the Steelbreaker. I'd like to try out Reality Heist. I mean, this deck has 21 artifacts, so this could cost 2 mana to look at the top 7 and reveal 2 cards and draw them. That's insane. That's really, really good for this deck. Which means we have to cut 2 more creatures here. And they're also going to be artifacts unless we cut a Koi or a Specialist, which we're not going to do. How good is Ironhoof Boar in this deck? Probably not great. We're not very aggressive. And then maybe just a random Song Shaper. And then we've still got 19 artifacts and 19 creatures. 1, 2, 3. So 16 artifact creatures for Mech Titan Core and 19 artifacts for the Reality Heist. Seems pretty good. I think we can run it back like this. 9-7 seems about right. We don't actually have that much red. And then we can get the Uncharted Haven as well. So, all right, just let me do the Mech Titan Core thing one time. Just one time. Let me win with it. That would be a lot of fun. So, yeah, this is fine. Probably just save the Apprentice to cast. We can go Automaton, then Terminal, and Apprentice the next turn. And then it'll be a 3/3 immediately, which is great. So let's do that. Hopefully they don't have Voltage Surge. They do not. We can play Rabbit Battery now. We can play Apprentice now. I'd like to play Rabbit Battery when I can also equip it. But we could do that next turn and play Armguard Familiar as well, so... They can't deal with this. Oh no, they have Wanderer's Strike, I think, to get rid of that. So they're gonna try to make us go into it. So we're not gonna play into that. Well, we can, because now we could just outdo it. So let's do, we have 5 mana. So let's go Boar and Familiar. And then light their mana on fire. Seems good to me. So we know they have Wanderer's Intervention here at this point, but we just lit all their mana on fire and they're basically just dead. They have to play something to the board. Can they kill it? Oh, come on. No fun. That's okay. Let's play Koi followed by Apprentice. We could probably ditch this land, I think. Take action. Look, 2 mana. 2 mana, look at the top 7, put 2 artifacts in your hand. Yes, please. So we know they have Wanderer's Intervention here. We can't get it out of range. Well, we can if we... Yeah, so we can do Armguard Familiar on top of this and Rabbit Battery on top of that. And then they can't do anything about it. So let's just do that. There we go. What a start. Thank you, Patchwork Automaton. Yeah, not a bad start here. 1 into 2. Koi coming later. Brute Suit. Okay. Could get annoying. There you go. There's the combo, huh? Crew it, hit us for 4. Oh, they don't even want to do that. Alright. We can cast Reality Heist, but I just want to get the Koi going here. And no need to attack. Next turn we can play Trespassers, and then the Brute Suit doesn't have good attacks anymore. We can also just tap these down end of their turn, and really go to town. and be able to attack with everything, but chances are they're going to play another creature. So that may not be the best idea. So let's just do this. And then we'll draw a card, and oh boy. Guess we'll discard the Trespassers, huh? Decline. And no attacks here. So this is a little combo as well I didn't even think about. We can play the Automaton, draw a card, discard a card, and then we can play what we can discard Reality Heist and then cast it. Oh man. Talk about value. This is a pretty good combo for them too. Just scry at will. They found their black. What are they going to do with it? They're going to kill the Koi, get rid of our combo? Virus Beetle, no! No! Come on. I guess we get rid of Reality Heist? This can get way out of hand, way quick in our deck, and we know that. Darn. Alright. No fun. Alright, so we'll play this. Take action. Discard the land, exile it, and play it. And then pass the turn. Oh man, that would have been insane if we could have... They wouldn't have just played the stupid Virus Beetle. This card is so good in this format. It's just brutal. Alright, so I'm going to try to see if I can bluff them having an instant speed removal, wanting to do that again. Nah, they're just going to do it. So we have a good little engine going here, but they've got some blockers and stuff. It's going to be tough to get through this. We're kind of turtling up, and we're going to deck before they do, for sure. Don't like to see that by any stretch of the imagination, so go ahead. But we did scare them a little bit this time. Oh, Life of Toshiro. No, they're going to kill our construct. Maybe the Automaton. Yeah. Yeah, and then our construct's dead next turn. Their deck seems like a little bit of a pile, but they are certainly piling it on here. Take action. Discard the land. Do it on red. We can re-equip this here now. Maybe that's just worth it. Try to start attacking a little bit. Now they get to kill our construct. The brutal 3-for-1 with Life of Toshiro. This card is insane as well. Hopefully they can't kill the Koi. That's pretty much what we're relying on here at this point. Looks like they will kill the koi. Or at least effectively kill the koi. And it loses all abilities, so can't loot anymore. Dragon Spark Reactor. Oh, that's not a bad draw. We can actually attack with this Song Shaper now. It would trade for a Puzzle Maker, which seems fine for a 2-drop here. Okay, so we'll just kill the Puzzle Maker. And we can hold up Dragon Spark Reactor. We can also unequip this, or reconfigure it somewhere else. Let's go ahead and reconfigure attach to this one here. Gosh. Card's pretty good. Card's really good. 3 bottom. Okay. They're certainly looking for something in their deck. And then they topped that one, so we'll see what they get. That won't do it for us. Guess we can keep this equipped. Yeah, we'll just pass the turn here. Man, we had it going, and then all of a sudden, the wheels on the bus stopped going round and round. I mean, whatever else we draw is going to be very, very slow at this point. I mean, our engine is gone. Our koi is... One of our kois are gone. They have a specialist now. Probably just going to have to kill that if we can at some point. I do have this koi, but hopefully that one survives. Let's go ahead and reconfigure this onto... Oh no! No! Oh. Okay. Meant to attach that to the koi, but that didn't happen, so we'll end the turn. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us here. Yuck. Walking... Are you kidding me? What is this? What is this? So we're just going to get completely run over here? Well, yeah, let's draw another land. That's what I like to see. What do we do? What do we even do here? Goodness gracious. Alright, go ahead. Have your fun. Their deck seems very easy to mess with, right? If they didn't draw their cards in the right order this game, I feel like it would have done a whole lot less. But gosh, this combo... They had the Puzzle Makers with the Brute Suit. They 3-for-1'd us with Memory of Toshiro. Virus Beetle got our Reality Heist at the wrong time. I mean, everything just went absolutely wrong this game. And then they play a Tezzeret. Yeah, okay. Sure, you top deck a Tezzeret, and I top deck 3 lands in a row. I'm not salty, you're salty. Alright. We got 2 lands off the top of their deck, if only those 2 were there instead of the Tezzeret. It doesn't really matter, we're going to die to a bunch of tramplers here. I mean, I guess we get rid of one of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they can kill this plus something else. And then all we have left is a 2/2 and a 3/3 flyer. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay. What a surprise. 12, 13, 14, 15. No, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands here. Yeah. Resolves. So we have 6 lands on our top 17. So when we have our engine going, we could very easily go to 16 lands because we aren't going to need much more once we have it. And then we can even play them from the graveyard. But at this point, we're just going on to the next one. Maybe we can cut down to 16. So this hand certainly needs a little bit of help, but we have both colors of mana. We have Artificer to ramp something out if we need to. We could play a turn 4 Trespassers if this survives, so we have outs here. So let's put this on red. Kappa Tech Wrecker. So now we can't play anything because then they're just going to block it and kill it. So if we... Oh, this card is insane. So if we play the 1/3 here and they attack us and we block, it dies. If we don't block, it dies. Same thing with Automaton. That's nice. That's nice. So what do we even do? We just make them remove the counter, I guess? We can make them burn their whole turn by using Ward on this, and the next turn we play this. They're just left with the 1/3, and then the following turn we can play Trespassers. Yeah, I guess we have to do that. This card just wrecks our deck. No pun intended. Almost certainly going to find a land here. Or if they have a land in hand, then something else. So there's their land, and then they're just going to kill this with the ward. So, oh no, they didn't see it. Okay. Maybe we'll survive. Don't want to play this one. So we'll play the Artificer here. Yeah, which one are you going to kill? It's going to be the Automaton or the Artificer? Almost certainly going to be the Automaton. Okay, well we saw that one coming. At least we'd burned 2 mana on their turn, and we get to play Trespassers next turn. So we're happy to do that. We can also get 2 Mech Titan cores the following turn after playing Specialist. No! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Okay, let's just play Specialist here. And the next turn we can get 2 Mech Titan cores. Seems pretty good. Assuming Specialist doesn't die. Don't need to block that. Kami picking up Twisted Embrace. Yeah, that'll do some work, that's for sure. So let's do Mech Titan Core here. Auto pay for the copy. And then we can do Song Shaper as well. We know this is dying, so basically just have to play this out here. So we're almost assured that the Specialist is going to die here. But we're pretty close to getting this already. If we get Reality Heist into another artifact or something and then they survive, this can go a long way. They might have to use Twisted Embrace on our random stupid tutu, just to make sure we don't have enough artifact creatures and vehicles. Okay, pass to attackers. Can't block the 4. So no blocks. Are you kidding me? Why? Why does this always happen? I just want to cast this card once, please. Now we get to draw another land, I'm sure. Oh, they get to kill it anyway. Alright. I see how this is going. This is just brutal. Why you gotta do this? So we don't quite have this ability online yet. We can hide this. Can hide it here. But then we're gonna have to unconfigure to do this. But we'll need mana to cast the creature that we draw anyway, so it shouldn't matter. We can also get it on Song Shaper, but then it would just trade with Kappatek Wrecker. I don't think we want to do that either. So maybe we just don't do that. Yeah, we'll just pass this turn here. And goodness gracious, both of the last 2 games we had so many. All we had to do was like avoid a Virus Beetle, and this card has just destroyed us this draft. Got rid of the Reality Heist, could have found 2 more. Played 2 more, next turn got a 10-10. Now we might die to a Geothermal Kami. So, here we are. Okay. We can go ahead and crew this just because. So we know that's dying. Can't block that one. I mean, we could, but we'll draw another land. Go ahead. All right. Looks like we'll be 1 and 2 here. Why can't you let me do my thing just once? I had it. Okay. Go to attackers, take 4, and then we're on chump block plan next turn. Kami, draw a card, gain a life. Koi's probably not going to do it, but you never know. At least can trade with that. But we don't have a good blocker for this. Well, we kind of do. We can bounce it off, but then they could kill one of these, and we don't want them to do that either. So what if we crew this here, block there, block here, take 3 and then eat that and take 2 and go to 1? Guess that's the plan. Pass to blockers. And that'll do it. Alright. Let's hope we can actually do our thing once here. Alright, pretty good hand here. There's an argument to playing Artificer on 2 to try to ramp some of this stuff out, but I think I'm going to go Automaton into Octopus, into maybe like Artificer and Equip. Song Shaper, okay. Now if we do this, next turn we'll have access to 5 mana, so we can do this plus equip it maybe. We can also just do Puzzle Maker, and the next turn do this and equip it. No, we can't equip next turn though if we do that. So I think we'll just go Puzzle Maker for now. Okay, Smelter. No good attacks. Specialist is going to be good. Do we want Artificer or Octopus here? Probably Octopus. We can get the attack to scry 1, but I think this deck is going to be a lot more aggressive than ours, so we probably won't need to hold this stuff back to try to block at the very least. Now we can equip and play Artificer, and then draw a card, scry 1. We could also just play Specialist. Maybe that's better. Let's hope they don't kill this here. Okay, good. So let's draw that card and scry. Song Shaper. Yeah, that's probably good enough. I think we'll play this one, though. Oh boy. Okay, and then there's Junji, so nothing really mattered, it seems. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, let's play Specialist. Maybe we can just overwhelm them with Specialist value. Playing some of this stuff. No attacks. Go ahead. This draft has been the worst. It's been absolutely brutal. So we can play Mechanaut, copy it, play Song Shaper, and not have enough to copy it. Okay, take 5. And it has Menace, isn't that nice? You can get double reactor, but that's a little slow. I mean, it's very slow with Junji on the battlefield. So we can go reactor, tapping this, pay for the extra one. So let's see, 1, 2, get the extra, and then we can play one of these. I think reactor might be our out for this game with Junji on the battlefield now. Probably gonna have to, you know, chump with Puzzle Maker here at some point. So what if we do Mechanaut first? If we do Mechanaut, we can pay 1 and a blue, so we can go this, and then that, and then we'll have 1 and a blue, 2 mana left over, still same thing. So let's just do it this way. We can auto pay for that. Get 2 more triggers. We can attack with these 2. Play Mechanaut, I guess. See if they'll let us get in here. Probably can't attack there. We need to hold some things back. So let's try and draw that card, I guess. Sky Swimmer Koi. I don't think that'll do it. Island. We still can't pay the extra here. We probably just have to get a flying body down. Or at least this kind of body. This can eventually kill Junji soon, hopefully. Could also just hold up Crab. And then get doubles of everything next turn. Chump with one of these. Oh, we can't chump because it's got stupid Menace. We can double jump. We're going to get double of these. We're going to have to take a lot of damage to do that, though. Maybe just lethal damage is the problem. Gosh. Yeah, I think we're just going to end the turn and use the crab. Hopefully. You have to take 5 at least. If they have removal, then I think we're just dead. Thanks so much, 5 mana, 5/5 flying menace dies triggers. Iron Apprentice, okay. Are they just going to burn us here? Yes, they're going to sacrifice that. Put a counter on something, get a 3/1. They're really doing it here, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna die here. So we can eat that. We can eat that and take 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, blah, blah, blah. This has menace. What if we ate that instead and traded here? We'd be taking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's Xaxes. If we blocked, we can't even double block that. So if we block 4 and 4 are the highest 2 we can block. So GG. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. Don't mean to sound salty, but I don't think this is how this was supposed to go. Alright. Well, on to the next one. Don't forget to stick around until the end of the video to toggle through our Neon Dynasty trophy playlist or to find Friday's video in case you missed it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow for your daily draft.